Hey guys, so today's video is going to be about my worst Tinder date ever. Worst Tinder date ever. Worst Tinder date ever! Okay, so now that we have that established, let's get to it. So, me and this guy off of Tinder, we're talking for... Sorry, I can't get comfortable. So, me and this guy off of Tinder, we're talking for about, I don't know, over a week. So, yeah. And we decided that we should meet up. So, me, being the dumb bitch that I am, was like, oh, yeah, sure. Cool. Oh, yeah, this is gonna lead somewhere. It's not gonna lead anywhere. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What am I thinking? Because I don't know. So, we decided to meet up, and it turns out, ooh, sorry, my hand is yeah, I need to lotion that. So, sorry, I keep getting texts. It's distracting me. Okay, so, we decided to meet up, and it turns out that this guy, oh, let's give him a big name. I don't even remember his real name, so this will be easy. Because this was a while ago. Andrew? Sure, that's an icky name. So, Andrew lives in Wisconsin, and I live in Illinois. So, in Wisconsin, literally is probably about 30 minutes from me, but, the place he was in Wisconsin was, oh, I don't know, maybe, over 2 hours away. So, we were like, okay, yeah, let's meet in the middle. So, we meet in the middle, which still took about an hour to get to. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? So, we meet up, and first off, I will say, good job, Amy. Part was my fault. I was kind of 30 minutes late. I know what you're thinking. That's terrible. Yes, I know. It is terrible. But, basically, I feel like I have a good reason. So I told him, okay, so I had lost my debit card, and we were going to get Starbucks and see a movie, and I didn't have my debit card. So I was like, okay, I need to go to the bank and get money because they haven't sent my new debit card yet. Literally the day before, my debit card flew out of my hand into the wind because it was so windy that day. So I didn't have a debit card, so I had to go to the bank, and I was like, okay, I'll tell you when I'm done at the bank and I'm leaving, so we can leave at the same time, so that, you know, I'm not late, or you're not early, or whatever. So he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, okay. So he texts me that he is leaving when I'm at the bank, and I'm not done at the bank. And I'm just like, bro. And then, to top it off, traffic was horrible for me. So really, it wasn't, my fault, kind of, right? It's partially his fault, but yeah. So I was 30 minutes late, which makes me look bad right there. And, so we meet up. He, looked pretty much similar, from his pictures, but I don't know. There was just... I couldn't tell for sure if I liked him or not or whatever. I just wasn't too sure. And, so we first meet in Starbucks, and we were gonna order something, and then the movie, since we didn't plan times because we're so smart, was gonna start in 15 minutes, the next one. So we decided to not get Starbucks, and the movie ended up being right there. So we just took his car to it because it was literally behind the Starbucks. So yeah, so we do that, and so we get in the movie. He actually pays for me, which I was like, oh, wow, okay. And we saw some weird Christmas movie. I don't even know what the name was, but it was, very bad. I did not like it. Nope. Right when we, sit down, he, puts his arm around me. I'm just like, okay. We just met. I don't know. I guess that's kind of normal, but, to me, I'm just just met. But, you know, so that happens. yeah. And then we like, you know, kiss a little bit and stuff in the movies. The movie was freaking horrible. Then we leave and go back to his car, and then he asked me if I want to make out in his car, and I'm just like, I feel like it's weird when people ask, like, just let it happen, but anyways, I'm like, okay. So yeah, that happens, and then he's like, okay, well, I have to go now, and I'm just like, okay, me too, it's a long drive. So, I don't know, I thought that, like, on, like, his part, he had a good time. Me, I was like, you know, like, I was, like, kind of iffy. And so, we say goodbye. He drives me back to my car. On the ride, no, not on the ride. He doesn't text me on the ride home, which is weird, because this guy, like, texted all the time. I'm just thinking, he was texting me on the ride there, so that's odd. And I was just, like, confused. Like, I didn't even know if I liked him, but, like, I don't know, like, still offends me. So I get home, oh, and then I text him because I was like, oh my gosh, this is like so hilarious. My mom ended up finding my debit card in the bottom of her car. And I'm like, so, and I just ordered a new one, like, that's stupid. So I saw something like that, I texted it, and he has an iPhone, and it sent to his phone as a text message. We all know what that means. That means that he freaking blocked my number already. And I'm thinking, if you don't like me, you don't have to block my number. Like, you can just tell me or, like, say something, then stop talking. You don't have to, like, block me, like. So that happens, and then I'm like, that's weird. Maybe his internet's not working. Oh, no. Oh, no. On Snapchat, that bitch blocked me on Snapchat, too. So I'm like, okay, cool. I just wasted an hour of my 2 hours in driving. I wasted my time hanging out with him. I wasted my week talking to him. I mean, at the same time, I really didn't think I liked him that much, but, like, it just offended me that he felt the need to block me. And then it was pretty funny because Andrew, so I was so confused, and a few days later, I was with one of my best friends, and she was like, this bitch, that is not right. And I was just like, yeah, I know, dude, I'm used to it. And then she was like, oh no, oh no. Well, we came up with this ridiculous plan where she decided that she was going to text him from her number since, you know, he didn't know her. And she just pretended to be somebody else, and she was like, oh, hey. And then he was like, hey, who is this? Sorry, I don't have your number. Messages her back right away. And then she's like, oh, hey, this is so-and-so from Tinder. And then he's like, oh, I don't go on Tinder anymore. And she's like, why? And he's like, bad experiences. And then she's like, oh, any recent? And then he's like, are you the girl that I went on dates with, friend from Friday? And then she was like, huh? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. And then he was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have similar phone numbers, like the same area code. So I just kind of assumed that. And then she was like, no. Then he actually believed it, I think. So I'm like, okay, good. Like, he obviously probably knew he was being a little bit paranoid. So she just talks to him for a little bit. And then eventually, I don't know, they talk about, like, the date from Friday, even though he still thinks that it's, like, somebody else. And then, he's like, yeah, no offense to this one girl, like, she was really nice and everything, but she just wasn't my type. Wasn't my type. Wasn't my type. Wasn't my type. Listen, bitch. I am everybody's type. I am freaking... That sounded bad. I'm just like, I'm nice. I think I'm okay looking. And yeah, I know I was kind of late and stuff. And you know what? I wasn't even totally feeling it with him either. But you know what? Like, you don't just block someone. You could at least, like, you know, let them know, like, douchebag. So, yeah. That, I would have to say, would probably be the worst Tinder date that I have been on. Was it really, though? Was it really? No. There's probably been even other bad ones that maybe I'll tell in the future. Maybe I won't. That one, yeah. That one was a while ago. So that was a very interesting time. It made me not go on Tinder for a while. We'll say that. Currently I deleted the app because I don't have time for that. Like, most of the guys are, not that great on there. So be careful if you go on there. No offense, guys. No offense. I mean, I'm sure there's girls on there that are, like, not great either. So I'm just saying, it's not necessarily what I thought it was. It's not totally my cup of tea. I mean, it's kind of, like, fun when you're bored, but no. No. Okay. Well, if you guys like these type of videos, please let me know. Story times are always fun. Yeah, so give it a thumbs up if you want me to make more of these, because I might have a few more. Or just story time videos in general, because they're fun, and I watch them all the time on YouTube. I think they're so interesting, and it's like my new thing to like try out. But don't worry, and I keep saying this, new makeup one coming soon. Promise, new makeup one is coming soon. So yeah, well, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.